Hey folks, Deano here again. This time looking at the last of the three that I've got just now, bootlegs from Legend Creation. This one is Full Power Brawly, which is quite honestly the best of the three. They haven't sacrificed nearly as much. In fact, there is one point on this guy that's probably better, surprisingly. Yeah, same as all three of them, this is becoming a bit of a trend. Yeah, Brawly's box came flat packed. I've no idea why the sellers are suddenly doing this. Surely it's not saving any money by not bothering to do that. I really don't get it. But the boxes aren't the main event, are they? We're looking at the figure. So yeah, this guy is the most lacking of the three when it comes to accessories. He comes with standard sort of angry face, which is really well painted. Honestly, all three of these figures, the paint apps I can't really fault. He's got an evil grimacing face, an evil smirk, even though this Brawly never smiled. I think at the time Tamashii were only given the design. They weren't told like what he was like or anything like that. So they just went with what they had of the original Brawly and just rolled with it. But yeah, a bit of an inconsistency there, but nothing major. In terms of hands, he comes with two fists. In fact, I should show you the sort of yelling face as well before we move on. There it is. Probably Brawly's best look, because that's pretty much all he done in the movie was scream. But yeah, not horrible, not horrible. In terms of hands, two fists, as I said, comes with two splayed open key blast hands and two kind of grippy hands. Not quite Kamehameha hands, but not quite key blast hands either. So yeah, that's it in terms of accessories. There's not much on this guy, I'll be honest. So yeah, let's move on to the figure himself, shall we? So a few differences you will notice right off the bat. I do not have the real one because I settled for the model kit. I always thought the model kit looked better than what Figuarts done. But yeah, it's still a good figure, don't get me wrong. But yeah, the main differences. First thing to notice is they have moulded in the butterfly joint. On the real figure, this cut right here is a butterfly joint. All the way around. They've just moulded it in. Cheeky sods. They cheaped out there. Probably save a bit on plastic. As a result, Brawly's arms just peg straight into the plastic instead of going anywhere else. The other difference that I remember is this piece here. It's fallen off. On the real one, there's a hinge in here so that you can move it out for like flying poses and stuff like that. This figure does not have that, it just pegs into the gap. I will just glue that and that will be the end of it. Surprisingly, they stuck with the soft rubber. I was expecting them to make that hard plastic just because it would be easier, but they didn't, which is a bonus. Congrats, Legend Creation, you're learning. Now, I mentioned at the start of the video a benefit to this guy over the real one. Now, excuse me, my throat's getting a bit sore, but yeah, the main thing with the real figure, I don't know if it is an actual issue or not, but the 2.0 system, because he's so big, I can imagine that getting loose over time. And Legend Creation, instead of, I don't know if they're afraid, well, they can't be afraid of copyright for a hinge mechanism, surely. They're not afraid of bootlegging an entire figure, for goodness sake. But they do not like using the 2.0 legs at all. I don't understand it, I really don't. But you'll notice the hinge comes out really easy. When you put it out, it's a ratchet joint. It's honestly, it's a completely different joint. Again, they have re-engineered the figure to put their own joints in. I think this time it is actual Revoltech. Either that or it's Transformers based. But I really don't understand it. I mean, the mould line is there for the thigh swivel. There is no thigh swivel. It's completely just one mould. It just looks as if it's two. But yeah, I'm going to put that away now. It's really, really bizarre. But it holds the figure really well. Like, to the point that Tamashii should really look into ratchets themselves. I was pleasantly surprised when I seen that, because I know how well Transformers figures hold up, and they're quite hefty, the Masterpiece ones I mean. When they use ratchet joints. So yeah, a strange one that they went through the trouble of re-engineering the joint again. But what are you going to do? The paint apps on this guy are really pretty decent. There's a bit of sloppiness here and there, but I mean, you look at that for example, if it would actually focus properly, there we go. Most of the scars are completely fine. This one's a bit messed up, but yeah, there's shading in the muscles and all sorts. It's impressive. I suppose they found it easier to deal with a big figure like this than it was for a small figure like Saiyan. And surprisingly, this guy comes in at the same price again. Like, I got all three of these figures for £15 each. And that's just mind-boggling to me. Just goes to show you how cheaply manufactured these bootlegs are, I suppose. But yeah, let's look into Articulation, shall we? Now, he looks down quite well. He doesn't really look up at all because of his hair. The arms can go out that far, can swivel back and forth. These are loose pieces. I'm not sure if it's like that on the real figure. The elbows do work, but they're very, very tight. But it does function. Strangely enough, the hands are, if I can get this off without the peg coming with it, there we go. Again, double ball peg instead of the ball hinge that we're used to. Works really well, it's solid, does the job, and yeah, really impressed with that. Now, his ab articulation leaves a bit to be desired. You can't really look back at all. I don't know if the real figure's like that or not, but the fake is, I can tell you that much. Now, thanks to these ratchet joints, he can do the full splits, which I doubt the real one can do that. He can also kick out really far. Can't kick back any, but that's more to do with the shape of his back side. Double jointed knees that do just fine. The clown feet, which everybody likes to laugh at this Brawly for. The toe hinge kind of works. And yeah, the actual articulation of it isn't too bad at the feet. But yeah, of the three that I've reviewed so far, I definitely recommend this guy before the rest of them. Boo was a decent figure, gotta be honest, but he's not as worth it as this guy. I mean, this guy is perfectly posable. They've sacrificed very little and, in my opinion, improved on it, which is bizarre to say of a bootleg. But yeah, I never thought I'd be saying that about a bootleg, to be honest. And no, before anybody in the comments says about Demoniacal Fit, they are not a bootleg company. They do it to high quality, plus most of their stuff is brand new. So yeah, would I recommend this figure? Definitely. I definitely would, to be honest. He's worth it. He holds together well, for now. And yeah, if you'd rather have the Figuarts than the model kit, but you can't afford the Figuarts, go for this guy. Honestly, he is worth it. So yeah, guys, on that bombshell, I shall see you in the next one.